Hi there everybody, thanks for joining me again. Jean back with more Mars Anomalies, the epic ruins and wreckage of Charitum Montes on Mars. And this is part 1 of 3. The high-rise photograph we'll be looking at is this one. I'll include the link in the description below. Lobate Features in Charitum Montes, acquired on the 24th of May 2009 at 25 centimeters per pixel, and as usual I'll be showing you images cropped from the black and white map projector JP2, and this is a look at the low-res JPEG, and the anomalies I'll be showing you will be in this first third of this image. Part 2 and 3 will look at the center strip, and then part 3 obviously the right hand strip. So the anomalies I'm showing you are in these black areas. So we're going to be looking at what I speculate to be old walls, possibly terraces. Check out the alignment of stones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 terraces perhaps over here, and the stones or blocks have all come loose and rolled down the slope. So the first anomaly we're checking out is right here, and it looks like more of these megalithic artifacts. Check out that triangular block there. Let's just zoom in a bit closer. It's got what I speculate to be 2 straight sides with a 90-degree angle, and then this one side is curved. So you got the flat area there. Another disc-like anomaly with a smaller feature or knob on the surface, and a small little dome-like part or feature on the one side, and then what looks like a megalithic block, maybe even a pillar with smaller little features or symbols on this one side, and then another block over here, straight sides, right angle. We're checking out those anomalies there, and most of these are about 8 to 10 meters to about 15 meters across. You can use the scale indicator bottom right. So this looks like another one of these megalithic blocks. This is almost like a perfect cube. Check out the flat sides, right angle there, and then this one side here seems to be rounded, and then a smaller dome or disc-like feature, possibly another knob. So we're looking at a bunch of anomalies over here in this area. And we've got multiple megalithic blocks with knobs or smaller features on them. We'll start with this one here. It looks like this one is quite long, standing up out of this block. Check out the long shadow it casts. They've got a long, narrow, rectangular feature. That looks like a little V shape over here. Another oblong anomaly over here. To get these straight sides and the geometry in that piece. Over here, this could be a machine, some type of technology perhaps. Check out this metallic looking piece here and the way it folds over this opening. Could this be part of some type of wreckage, and this has been bent. There's another little ball or dome-like feature or part on top of this rectangular piece here. And then around the back, we've got what looks like a circular part, goes around behind this piece sticking up here, and comes out there. We've got this rectangular part sticking up with a little box-like feature on the one end. It looks almost like a dog's bone. Not that it is, guys and girls, it just checks like it. With more rectangular blocks partially buried. That looks like another metal plate, partially buried up there. The small, looks like a horseshoe shaped part or feature on the top. And then another one of these disc-like anomalies, the rectangular piece sticking out the one side. Okay, we're going to check out these anomalies here in the center of the screen. And this image is really bright. I did struggle to bring out the contrast. So hopefully you guys can see these anomalies clearly. Another one of these rectangular blocks sticking up out of the sand with a smaller dome-like feature or knob. This looks like it could be in the shape of a triangle, this one side. And then this block here, buried in sand. It looks like this one end is in the shape of a hexagon. The other side to it is buried. Well, I speculate it is, and then it could be that there's an opening here. If you look at the way this block is coming out of the shadow, so check out the geometry and the ridge line here, got like an equal thickness to it. It's like a base almost. Could that have been like a pillar and stood on this base? We're checking out those anomalies there. And more megalithic blocks, straight sides, right angles, smooth surfaces. And then this really strange object over here. Could that be a megalithic block or part of a machine or some type of technology? Look at the way it is almost stepped over there. And then it's got this piece sticking out on the one side, and then a large circular, almost dome-like part to it on the surface. And then check out this darker object to the left with that open V side and this rectangular part sticking out, and then small little features on this one side. So I don't know what that could be. And that looks like a slab, really flat side, smooth surface, then equal thickness all the way through, or equal depth. And then the other anomaly we're checking out is right on the edge of the photograph, not very focused. This is the best I could do, guys. It's got this rhombic shape to it, or maybe hexagonal shape with part of it being buried, and then two darker spots, one in each corner, and then over there as well. There's perfect symmetry in that object. Now check it, this block in the center of the screen. It's got flat sides, straight edges, right angles, and then this really weird feature sticking out of this side here. It looks like it has 3 or maybe even 4. Maybe that's one as well. Like a cross. These 4 balls or spheres at the end of each of those legs of the cross. Not sure what that could have been. And then 2 or more of these slab type anomalies, one lying on top of the other. So really smooth surfaces, quite well defined edges. This has got a rounded corner and a diagonal running across there, and then a smaller knob, maybe that could even be a hole. And this one over here, the smaller, what looks like a little triangular knob on that one side. Checking out these anomalies, this group of anomalies here in the center of the screen. And we'll start with this one. Check out the geometry in this object. And then it's got a little dome-like feature in the center to this one side. And then a dome-like knob or feature towards this side here. This one looks like the top of a diamond cube shape. Check out this geometry here. And then we've got a line running through there, and on this side, and down this side. So, multi-sided cube diamond shaped anomaly there. And then this part sticking out here. That looks like a really thin disc-like part, a little dome-like feature in the center, and then this really oblong part or feature on this side here. And then it runs along, and then this looks like a top of a ring part to it there. Looking at this block in the center of the screen, partially buried, straight edges or sides, equal depth running through, and then a right angle over here, almost like a slab, megalithic slab, and then a circular dome-like part on the one side, sticking out of this bright square looking part. I don't know what that could be. Is it part of this, or is it just another artifact lying on top of it? It looks like that it's a pipe, opening of a pipe. I don't know, heavy speculating on my part. And then we're checking out these anomalies again in the center. And what's really interesting about these is these 4 sort of equally sized and equally spaced objects over here on this one side. And then check out the shape of this block over here, and that looks like a hexagonal feature or knob sticking out of this one side, and then lying to this side look like a square flat side and a darker circular dome-like feature or part. Don't know if this could maybe be a machine, part of a machine perhaps, totally destroyed. And then another one of these weird circular parts, little dark spot in the center, that little hole. These are massive artifacts, I think about 12 to 15 meters in length, this one. And yeah, I speculate that this block on the side here is actually joined to this larger rectangular block. Maybe this shows us an example of how the blocks fit together with these holes and knobs. And then on this one side we've got two dark spots. Could those be holes? And each one of them is in a corner. And then this looks like it could be an opening, this lower piece running along here. So I don't know what that is. And there's another circular part or feature, a little dark spot in the center. Very geometric. Then this larger artifact at the bottom. Check out this one side with 1, 2, 3, 4 equally sized and equally spaced dark spots in a row. And then on this side it looks like got another rectangular part to it there. So are these knobs or features purposefully placed on these larger objects as a display? Maybe it has religious or cultural significance, or maybe there's a message that's left for us. Checking out this pile of rubble over there. Check out this piece. We have multiple layers here. Check out the shape of this top part. Looks as if there's some type of design in this whole thing. Another layer underneath this one with that looks like a triangular knob or feature or part. The pipe looks like a pipe running on this one side, and then another horseshoe shaped part sticking out here, and then underneath another piece of this could be metal plating. Check out that looks like a foot for whatever this is. This part looks it's like it's torn up. Check out that one piece bent down there. Then we've got a stepped part on the one side, then opening over here, And checking out those anomalies there. And look at this one here. It looks like a hexagonal anomaly artifact with a bigger base, also in the shape of a hexagon. So don't know what that could have been. And please do comment in the comment section below. I look forward to reading you guys' take on the anomalies and what you think they may be. Check out this part over here with a perfect circular piece sticking out. And we're going to look at that group of anomalies there. They've got multiple megalithic blocks arranged next to one another. Perfect example of how these things would have fit together. And check out all the little knobs or smaller features on top of these. There's what looks like a V-shaped knob there. There's another dome-like feature there. Here we've got 3 equally sized and spaced knobs in a row there. There are more, 3 more over here. So how does this happen in nature? And just by accident. I think these things are placed here and they're being displayed. Some type of display. Some type of significance. We're going to check out these anomalies there. Also multiple megalithic blocks, broken blocks with smaller features on them. Check out these, they're arranged in a triangle. The way the edge of this thing looks like a slot over there. And then over here, got like a circular platform sticking out, a little square on it. Could that have been top of a machine perhaps? There's another megalithic block, straight sides, right angle, equal depth. So many anomalies. That's why this is part 1 of 3. Check out the side of this anomaly. You've got grooves, parallel grooves on this. Checking out that anomaly in the center of the screen again. Another block with a ball or feature in the shape of a sphere on top in the center of this one side. And then like a step up, you've got this half circular brighter block. Shows some erosion. So looking at that anomaly there, looks like a cylindrical object, partially buried with a dome feature or knob on it. That have been a pillar as well, There's another block over here. You can see the straight sides and right angles there. Looking at those anomalies. Also blocks that have been arranged next to one another. The straight edges and right angles here. Another V-shaped knob in the center of this block and a little hole in the center of this one. We're looking at this area, and here again I'm not sure if this is a combination of machine parts, some type of technology and megalithic blocks. Check out this one side here. This looks like a pipe running along this edge, and then on top of this, really strange, it's like a rectangular part with a rounded end, and then it looks like a donut shaped dark spot there. Now we got this funny triangular part on top that runs along the surface there. Check out this strange shape. And another triangular piece here, also with a long narrow piece sticking out there, similar to this. It looks like an opening here. It's been torn apart. Check out this hexagonal shaped object here, partially buried, with a triangular knob or feature on this one side. Another block over here. It looks like it could be a square base of this longer rectangular block. There's another one of these huge broken, eroded megalithic blocks, a feature or knob on it. We've got another one here, straight sides, right angle, and then a triangular knob part to this, right in the center of the block. Check out all these. I speculate that there may have been buildings or structures higher up to the north of this photograph, and total destruction took place. I think heavy water flowed through this area and washed these megalithic blocks down into the gully, went to the valley. So we're checking out these blocks over here. Look at this one, got like an opening here, this triangular piece sticking out. Look at the geometry around this edge. Multiple equally sized and spaced artifacts here. And another hexagonal shaped disc-like megalith with a circular feature or dome on it. Here got a triangular piece That looks like a diamond shape right in the center of that side. Another little ball over here. And this too, the way these anomalies appear on this one side. Could that be a hole with these pieces sticking out? And then here on the one side, another circular dome-like feature. Check out the shape of this object. Definitely rectangular here, and then could be like an arc over there. Another disc-like feature, partially buried, a little thing on the top. Checking out the grouping of these anomalies here. Also, the way that they've been placed with these smaller features on them. Doesn't look random at all. Well, that's what I think. I'm not sure. That's what I speculate. These have been arranged like this. Check out this object here with two rounded sides and then two pieces that come into the center, and that looks like a hole right in the middle of that object. A lot of symmetry and geometry in that. In this part, rectangular, and then a rounded disc-like part to it there. Also with a darker knob in the center. Look at this block. It's rounded over here, and it has this rectangular piece sticking out. You've got another one of these blocks with a rounded corner. Check out this piece. Could that be a piece of metal plate? This as well. This looks like some type of opening, perhaps. Looking at that section of the screen, and this really peculiar piece here that comes out into look like fingers almost. Piece of destroyed metal sheet, and a really long narrow part running along the top. And yeah, we've got another one of these megalithic blocks, flat sides, straight edges, right angles. Looks like an opening or a slot here. Another megalithic block with a darker spot right in the center. Megalithic slab, perhaps, with a rounded corner, and then four equally sized spherical objects in the center. Another rectangular piece sticking out here. check out these anomalies in this location. What made it interesting was these two parallel, equally sized oblong features, and then on top there's also layering going on here. Got this smaller piece, the dark spot right in the center. This is also in the center of this larger piece. Two more megalithic blocks. Get these equally spaced and sized knobs or features in a row, and then the shape of this block, the way that that piece extends out there. Really interesting. Another eroded, destroyed block. That looks like an opening over here. Check out this feature or part to it here. The way it joins to the surface. It looks as if it's been molded somehow. And then three other features on the surface there. Looking at that one, looks almost like a whistle with a little ball inside there, and you blow in this end. Check out the dark spot here. That looks like a horseshoe shaped part there. And look at the way this thing is shaped. And looking at those anomalies there. And then this could be something other than megalithic. Maybe this is some type of metal plating. The right angles here, and then smaller, darker spots or features on this side, and then this rectangular piece sticking out. Could that be an entranceway, underground entranceway perhaps? And then this piece with a rectangular opening on this one side. It was an odd, another spherical ball-like feature there in the center. This looks like a flat disc, round disc. Check this out. That side there partially buried. Look at the geometry in this, almost perfectly circular, and then three smaller dome-like parts to it there on this one side. This one's almost in the center. Maybe those are two straight parallel features. Looking at that grouping there, get this piece over here. Looks almost metallic with two dark spots strategically placed in the center of these rounded sides. hidden. This was a really weird anomaly. Like this disc-like, dome-like object, convex, and then it also looked as if it could have been like a dome, but it's been destroyed and dented, and there on the one side got a circular feature or part, and it looks as if this object is traveling in this direction from right to left, hit the surface and pushed up the sand over here, sort of lodged into the sand. So this would be in the top of the craft. Check out that over there. Got another, what looks like a megalithic block. Straight sides, smooth surfaces, and then this part here, as if it might have some sort of symbolism on it. The parallel lines running through there, and this perpendicular line running across here. Another right angle to this piece, and then parallel to that one side we've got an oblong feature running through there. These almost look like they could be metallic as well. Also strange 90-degree angles over here. Smaller feature in the center, and that one there is almost in the center as well of that block or part. Looks almost as if there's the top of a trench left over here. Maybe these parts also came to rest in the sand over here. Maybe parts of a craft. Coming in from that side there. I don't know. We're checking out those anomalies there. This part. Also some layering going on here. Rectangular, almost sheet metal type object with a smaller dome-like feature there in the center. And this piece over here also has little darker spots in the center. Looks almost like a hatch. Check out the rectangular shape with some parts on the top. This dark spot right in the center as well. Then we've got another block over there. Check out the shape over here. Could this have been a V-shaped block? The way it joins here. It's one side. Continues on into this left-hand side. See if that could have been one piece, or is one piece. There's another ball over there. Another one of these looks like a disc-shaped megalith with a darker feature or knob on it in the center. And then finally this one here. Also some layering here. got this square part to it, and then this rectangular piece underneath, the rounded corner, and then a dome-like part in this one corner here. Looks like another ball over there. So let's quickly check where these anomalies are on Mars. Also, southern hemisphere. Located right there. These are two of the anomalies I've shown you in the video. And what's interesting is it's very close to that site where I found traces of what looks like ancient ruins as well, in Argaya Planatia. And on this side here I found these other megalithic features, these dome-like knobs on top. So anyways, I think this is a really interesting area. Check out the massive high-rise photograph that the MRO took of this area. We've analyzed this high-rise photograph there. So check at this. There must be some special significance to this area. So I'll be doing more videos on these high-rises around this area. It could be that water came through from this side here, this flat surface, and it flowed through in this direction, taking all these buildings and structures apart, depositing the blocks over here and over there, over here. Some major destruction. Let's quickly check. So this is the South Pole. Check out all the sites that I've discovered on this white line. These megalithic blocks, all in the South Pole. And then a couple, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sites in the northern hemisphere. So let's quickly have a look at that huge high-rise photograph that NASA took. I haven't seen a similar one to that yet. So they call it Sample of Argaya Basin Rim, acquired on the 24th of March 2006 at 25 centimeters per pixel. I think I'll do a video on this one as well. And this is what the low-res JPEG looks like. Check out this area here. And over here, it looks very structured. Like there could have been walls and roads here. Check here as well. Definitely worth looking at this photograph. So the high rise that we analyzed is in this area here, if I must guesstimate. So I think I've covered everything I needed to. So this is part 1 of 3. In the next episode we'll be looking at the middle strip of the high-rise photograph. To my new subscribers, thanks for joining, and for my regular viewers and subscribers, thank you for supporting the channel. I'll see you in the next video.